Hello everybody, welcome to Blood Bowl. I'm Complacent Badger.
Here with Master Moose, and I'm looking forward to ripping apart Sierra Kilo's team for once.
So, indeed, we're watching the Nordic Kneecappers versus Re-AWOOO-ken. Team value difference. Fucking 380? 380. No.
Yes,
Okay,
380.
cool. I got it. Mental math, getting it. So, might be some leftover rain from the last replay. We'll see if that sticks.
It's so weird that it does that.
Yeah. Well, it's showing rain.
Now, just to make sure my head's in the right spot, Re-AWOOO-ken is Jester TJ, correct?
Correct. TG.
Okay.
Get it right.
TG. That's right.
Alright. So, these are the kind of guys that are always messing with each other on the forums from what we've seen. They had the bet that was never actually paid out by Jester.
That's right.
So that's constantly being kind of messed with.
I still don't want that bet to be paid out.
Nor do I. Not that I don't think Jester is a beautiful man, but I don't know exactly how I feel about him in a dress.
Now, I've been seeing this formation a couple of times.
Specifically from SK or both of them?
No, from Jester. And I'm not sure if it's just him I've seen it a couple of times, or if it's some of the other new guys like Malal. I don't like that yardage that's given up in the middle.
I don't know if I'm just, old beardy about it, but
right?
Yeah, like you're not getting one step for free.
And I get it. He's got this umbrella that he can collapse in on anyone who walks in there, but they've walked in there. Why not just not let them walk in there?
Yeah, one step forward with each zombie, and then one step forward with the two werewolves, and I think it closes in a lot nicer.
I like that though, the old beardy. Exactly.
Dude, I'm feeling it, man. Like I remember when I was 16 and I was at the comic book shops, and I'd see the old 40-year-old guys just sitting there talking shit on the kids, saying like, oh, they don't know nothing, and I'm just like, oh, I'll never be that guy. It's all about playing and having fun. And now I'm like looking at new players, and I'm just like, y'all are shitty. You don't know nothing. Like, like I feel like a total asshole sometimes.
There goes Brett after doing nothing, standard ops.
Yeah, that's what Brett does. And then, the patented, that we missed mentioning, Puppy Dog Face, Not My Son, taking that white out.
Always.
Yeah.
It hurts. It literally causes pain to your soul to line up with that flank open, but you have to do it. You have to pull him out.
You do. You have to leave both flanks one in. You have to do it because SK will punish you every single time, every single turn. Like he'll be like, no ball movement this turn. You get one less player.
And you'll see his players just sprint down that sideline.
Yep.
And you're just like, oh, there they go. But I still have 11 players.
Luckily, Gimpy has been saying for about 6 weeks now that Thrower Son's actually going to do something, so therefore anything that Gimpy says becomes wrong. So the passing game for the Nordic Kneecappers has not been ideal.
And thus, having his guys run through doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, they're just like, we're here. We've got horns and stuff.
The other alternative is to have...
Billy.
Oh, wow.
That's gear!
We rolled into a miss next game.
Yeah.
That was close.
Oh my god.
That was really close to being really bad.
I like didn't even have to scroll over it. I saw his wing cap.
Wow.
Alright, so that werewolf's in prime position to get a 1-die against that lineman. Oh,
was
but he goes
that a failed dodge?
That was.
Oh no.
So the flesh golem goes for it and tightens up that presence on that ball. Werewolf getting the assist, putting down Beowulf. Very nice.
That was actually probably the better move, just because that stand firm, that golem's not getting off that ball.
Yeah, that's...
that Wolf had committed, he wouldn't have done much.
Yep.
And he would have had to back off to let the golem get in there.
Exactly. Even when the golem goes down, now there's no route.
Exactly.
But yeah, excellent decision by Jester in getting that in there. I didn't even see the Flesh Golem had the movement allowance and wasn't tied up. I'm sure we can thank Brett for all that.
Exactly.
This is the Necromantic. I am absolutely in love with the Necromantic team. There's actually, I'm sure you saw the URL I posted for Willy Miniatures redoing the, oh nice, failed Doge.
Those wolves are going to be all over that.
Yeah, but you saw Willy Miniatures' new Necromantic team that he sculpted, right, and put on Kickstarter?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
man. I got mine. I know Gimpy's got his Undead team, which they just did the sculpts for the skeletons on request. He
Real
didn't...
quick, this whole not kind of looking forward, that block from the Flesh Golem closed up that route to the wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And that was he needed to get those free moves in before going for that punch.
Yep.
Because he could have had both wolves on there and then dodged out the ghoul for the pickup, and he would have had a much stronger cage around that ball.
And I want to say that this Flesh Golem was not stunned. He just never picked him up.
No, that one he was. I'm not sure.
I
thought he was stunned.
I didn't think he was, but I'm often wrong. So, all right. So tying up that werewolf a little bit. Let's see what goes.
But yeah, those miniatures were beautiful.
Oh yeah, those are really good. I'm really excited to get mine. They actually just started an Indiegogo campaign, Iron Golems, and they're doing a dwarf team. So I backed and messaged them and see if I could get 12 blockers instead of the standard team. They said hell yeah, man. So.
You and that team, I still don't get it.
Just sometimes I get this sentiment towards a team, even if it's not good.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I get it.
My pitch doctors, man, like that's my team. Oh, come on.
Sure.
Son of a dead Norse lineman not picking up the ball.
Now these rolls are just not working for Sierra Kilo right now.
Nope. Oh, Billy. Berserker. Those Berserkers are not having a good time this season. He picked them up and they have done just about nothing.
I thought one of them was having good.
I mean, he's
The other one,
he's level 2, but
good.
level 2 doesn't mean much.
Well, that's true.
Not in this league. Ooh. Alright. So a lot of presence on the ball. Only halfway through the first half, and that ball has not gone very far off midfield. It's gone on one side and then back to the other.
Yeah. Now that blitz to free the wolf, I'm not sure if that's where I would have committed that one. Wolf could have dodged out. Risky, I know, but he's got rerolls. Blitzed into that zombie and just taken him off the pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, zombie's his own guy, I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like, hold on, wait, zombie.
Yeah. There we go. No, I see it now.
The Flesh Golem is now definitely stunned.
Because I was looking at that going, he's going to open that up.
But then Brett hasn't moved all game. Oh, badly
Hasn't
hurt.
stood up.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Finally. Oh, and comes back with
Wow.
a fury.
No joke.
So
I think he finally just got frustrated and, okay, let's use the blitz to stand him.
Yeah. So that's badly hurt on a ghoul, gone off the pitch, or rather gone from the game, and then Brett KOing a Flesh Golem. That is a huge turn in the tides.
Yes.
However, with those stuns, ball control has moved to Re-AWOOO-ken, and I don't know if he's got, well, Throwerson. It looks like about the only player that can, oh no, we got Puppy Dog.
There's not much more he could have done there, but that throw was a potential risk to have been done, because Puppy Dog can go up the sideline for that hit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
or
right.
just the assist.
Yep. Yep, and it's not even a go for it for him.
Yeah. That zombie, of course, doing what he can to limit it, but there's not a lot more he could have done, and there it is.
Honestly, he would have been better off just putting that zombie in line.
I was thinking about that. It opens you up to an easy hit from the side, but it limits any assists and things like that.
Yeah.
And then Throwerson just making it happen.
Yep.
This is an abrupt change.
Well, for that one, I'm fairly sure that because Throwerson already ran over there. Did he throw that, or was that a throw in?
He threw that.
Oh wow.
The guy in midfield, is that Throwerson? The one that's standing right in the middle of the field?
No, Throwerson was the one over by the ball that I got highlighted
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
Was that just a regular lineman then? Who is that?
I totally missed it because I was looking at this whole thing. If
He's-
somebody actually came over and just chucked it, was it this guy?
That one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was Cole. He's agility 4, so.
Oh, that explains it.
Yeah.
Of course he's better than Throwerson.
Yeah. All right, so he's throwing some blocks before getting this touchdown. All right, so after a bitter fight, the Nordic Sons actually get their score. Flesh Golem's back.
That's good. He would have very sorely missed that character.
Yes, Brett would have gone wild. Well, maybe not too wild, but. Oh, gear. That was a lot of.
That was actually the level 2 Berserker that went out too. The one that was having what I thought was a decent season.
Yeah, I mean, he's been in the game, I think this might be his 5th or 6th game. And one has 0, and the other one I think has 6. Oh, 13. Maybe he picked up an MVP.
It's hard to find the niche for them. That Frenzy Dauntless, you want to send them against big guys, but you don't want to send them against big guys.
Yeah. That's what my problem with the Norse team has always been, is that there's too many Blitz-like characters.
Yes.
I mean, you got the Yeti, who is the best when blitzing. You got the werewolves, which are awesome when blitzing, and then you have the werewolves, which, berserkers, who almost seem like they're meant to blitz too for Dauntless, and like you're saying.
Yep.
It's like, I guess that gives you lots of options, but the berserkers aren't cheap.
The other thing is those Berserkers, you give them Juggernaut, and they're able to move around like Treemen and Flesh Golems and things like that, with the potential of using that Dauntless to even the field at the same time.
That's true. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I've played enough of a Norse team to get a good feel for them.
As soon as they were available, I want to say Legendary Edition, they quickly became one of my favorites, and then quickly just never touched them ever again. That full team of block is amazing, and then they plateau so hard.
Yeah, I could see that because they don't have positionals that are capable of really ball handling, and once you get to those high team values, you really need players that are really, and they're very much dependent on roles to get good catchers and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like they're humans, but they do the hitting a lot better, but they have no armor about them.
Exactly.
And Blood Bowl 2 has made me fall in love with the human team all over again now that, that pass block. Nice. But, yeah, the human team, now that the catchers have armor value 8, I'm all about the catchers.
Yeah, that's a strange change that they would mess with the stats like that, but for sure it makes those catchers choosable again.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that strength 2 armor 7 on a very even ground vanilla team, that quickly becomes your weakness, where you're going to get a player advantage against you by fighting that guy. Just putting him on the field is just too much of a risk.
Yep, and then now that they're armor value 8, for me that just made such a big difference that I not only do I not mind having 4 on the team, maybe not necessarily on the pitch at the same time, but
okay, yes.
Yeah, 4 on the team, but they've become my favorite players.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my practice human team, I just already has one with Blodge and Sidestep. So he's monstrous. Granted, it didn't help that I was playing Mass Rack today, and his rolls were pretty bad through and through, but anytime it came to throwing a block on a catcher. It was exclusively POWs. I was like, really? Really? That's what's happening? Like, you're push city for 7 blocks, and then it's like, catcher, POWs, just raining. And I'm just like, come on, let me use the ability. I don't, like, whatever. Like, I just want to use the skills.
Okay, so right here, he's afraid to commit to that sideline, again, for the wolf. Sets up a bit of a line right in line with the Norse line, and it's just 2 lines of scrimmage against each other.
Yep.
Just waiting for the Norse team to set up a noose and start closing it.
Yeah, and I think
some pressure needed to be made, some gap, a player downfield, something.
Yeah, and then the zombie right here plugging that center means even opening it is almost impossible. So this cage, unless something really bad happens, forward momentum's not going to happen.
Granted, it looks like Sierra Kilo, unless... Yeah, I don't know. There it goes. I was gonna say he was leaving that sideline open, and it was making me uncomfortable.
He's good about it. He was just getting everybody in a row.
Oh!
Whoa! So
That's permanent dead. Who was that?
Kveld Nordic son. I think he was a level 2 lineman, level 4 lineman. That's his pass blocker.
Oh, wow.
So he has played his last game.
Someone was a little salty from that last pass block move.
Thrower son just got a fractured skull, losing an armor value.
I missed that one.
So that looks like Thrower son might be out of he might be cut.
After that death, he's got a treasury for days.
Oh
though.
yeah, I think he's upward of millions. But my goodness,
that was a strange handoff.
Yeah. I think maybe just because it's more survivable, because it has blodge instead of just being a block tackle.
That's true.
It makes a little bit of sense. I don't chagrin it, and the ghouls are...
The risk of the catch, though, just for having the dodge, when that ghoul could have set up a cage.
Defender down was rolled anyways with a stun.
Yeah. Defender down beats everything.
Yeah.
The only thing that defends against a defender down is the cage itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Probably hiding behind those flesh golems might have been a better move.
Yeah, and then using the ghoul to seal the left side.
Yep. Oh, badly hurt, but a regen. Werewolf making him pay.
And, I mean, Gear's taking some punishment, but he's still working on that player advantage. And he's got great presence on the ball. Jester's a scramble to try and get some form of a presence back.
You called SK Gear.
Did I?
Yeah.
You're right, I did.
Good job, Kaiser Francis Drake.
Well, at this point, I'm not sure if it's him or
Roberts. It's
like
Roberts now. It's definitely Roberts, especially if you ask anybody in the forums.
Oh, yeah?
For a second, I was all messed up, and I thought that zombie was doing a 2-die uphill just to get that werewolf off the pitch, and I was like, I'm immediately in love with this coach.
I would have, sure, and I think he was set up for it, he just didn't get the opportunity.
Yeah. Alright, so, son of a dead Norse lineman trying to go for that 1-die, attacker down, puts himself back right down against that zombie.
Yeah, but being down is safer than being off the pitch.
Most definitely, and...
Oh, that's too bad.
I think I might have gone for the dodge just because that's a block zombie, but that's just me. Because if you apply the 2 blocks, then you're really in a scary situation if that zombie's just like, 1 die.
Oh, and there he goes. He's not going to have the speed to catch him.
He's got a werewolf, but he's got to get rid of this 1 lineman, then the werewolf can get him.
Yeah. Nothing really against his order of operations there. He went for the pickup. He had a pretty solid cage. I might have put somebody between the ball and the end zone before trying to pick it up, just to make sure if there was a fail, there was some presence on the backside. But 3+ with a reroll, it should have happened, and that bounce out was just sad.
Oh, Billy. Oh, it's a decent situation.
That's good seeing right there.
Yeah,
that the white could actually get through without any go for it.
Yep, and that stun right there against that werewolf's gonna really help out.
Oh yeah, and claw is what allowed that. So using the wolf to open it and the white to follow up was literally the best course of action. It allowed for all of that.
Yep. This is gonna be interesting if he could stop this drive. Or if SK can continue it. Oh, going for the one-die blitz. Oh, so unfortunate.
That was essentially a 3+ because an attacker down and a both down wouldn't have done what he needed. I would have gone for the 3+ dodge.
It wasn't a 3+ dodge. It was
the one up above.
Oh, you're talking about to assist to get the 2-die?
Exactly.
Yeah,
or just to straight up blitz in.
That's true. He could have blitzed in as well, and it would have at least pushed to the towards the middle of the pitch to get him clear, and it would have just been a walk-in. That's absolutely right.
But when you're looking at that, where if it had been in a both down, he would have had some nasty dodges to get out without any recourse. Like I said, you're looking at a 3+. You might as well dodge that guy out for the more guaranteed blitz.
Yep, and the other good note would have been, had the dodge failed, it was likely that he would have had to throw in a block with the white, and small potential the white would have put himself down, done nothing, or what is a little bit more likely, pushed him out of the pitch and the ball goes somewhere not very useful to the opposing team.
That's very true. The block out, the kick in could have gone either way, rather than that wolf just breaking out for the 1-1 tie. It looks like.
Yeah, not sure. Kickoff event can make a change, but not sure if SK is going to be able to bring this back. It's got a movement. 1, 2, 3.
A few questionable comments on kind of Jester's order of operations and his blitz usage, but otherwise he's playing a great game, keeping presence where it needs to be, and utilizing those flesh golems greatly.
Yeah.
Those golems are always around the ball, just being a nuisance.
Those flesh golems, I would argue, are probably the second best weapon that this team has.
With wolves being number 1?
Yeah, the movement allowance plus claw is just, it's too much to deal with. But the flesh golems, they're very unassuming. I honestly, the first time I picked up a Necromantic team, I debated on not taking them, but I was like, there's not a lot of strength on this team. I think I'm going to need them. And then I quickly fell in love with those players, became my favorite players on the team.
I definitely see the need for them on the team. I wouldn't even consider making the team without them. I personally don't like them.
Really?
I've played a couple of Necromantic teams, and they're just the stand firm, strength 4, armor 9. They are always there, but they just don't do anything, in my opinion.
I mean, dude, their black works with more skills.
That's true, but there's 2 of them, not 4 of them.
Yeah, but...
and then you've got the wolves, but...
But, I mean, to me, if you have a problem with the pricing on them, which I think they're like 100, maybe I can understand it, but otherwise, their stats and skill list, I mean, nobody says 2 blackworks are bad. And one's with regenerate, like, come on. Man, I really want to give it to SK saying that really, really key bad rolls. Really,
it seemed like those dice were against him the whole game.
Yeah, I think that really...
So many just failed dodges and the key attacker downs and things like that.
Yeah, I couldn't really see any mistakes that SK made, to be perfectly honest. I didn't mention it. You mentioned a couple of them, that the Necromantic team, there was a couple mistakes there, but I think dice made up for a lot of it.
And with Sierra Kilo, I wasn't really watching to see if there was maybe a lack of risk management, but with those dice being against him, he burned through those rerolls so quickly.
Yeah.
And then it became an issue of when the dice didn't go his way, it was immediately punished.
Yep.
Because he doesn't have a lot of those free rerolls.
Yep. No, I think it was a good game all considered. Would have just would have just liked to see a little bit more basic play from the Necromantic team. I think it was a little loosey-goosey from what we're used to as kind of like the standard throughout the league. And then I think SK's roles just made it a little less than sporting. But the score definitely shows the struggle of the game.
Oh yeah, and it was very much just both keeping pressure, getting a little bit of an advantage, getting punished for it, keeping pressure, and then the breakaway. And it was always for both big drives. It was just a breakaway that got out of hand.
Yep, it's and that comes down to neither team really running safeties. I mean,
Probably.
sometimes in those situations, running safeties, you're kind of like you're placing bets against yourself. You're like, all right, if I can bring this body up, I might be able to break through and get this ball. But you're almost better off always running those safeties.
Yeah, his only defense for that pass that was the breakaway for Sierra Kilo was a single zombie.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really see when Jester got that breakaway with the wolf, but nobody even
Near.
attempted to get over there except for the one guy who was already there, stuck on the sideline, that went for the crazy dodges just because he was literally the only one there.
Yep.
There's just no other than ball presence, no field presence. Just everyone's on the ball, and there it goes.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it. I hope you see you in the next one later.
See ya.